What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Back with some Alan Wake 2. The, is it penultimate? Is that the next to last? I think it is.
We did bring Wake back from the dark place with the song and the clicker. But he didn't end up here now. He landed on the shore after I faced Nightingale in the overlap. Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! He got out with my face! Scratch!
That night I found Wake here. He appeared because of this. The summoning. That was Wake. Scratch wasn't pretending to be Wake. They're the same person.
He's here! Scratch! Watch out, Anderson!
Esteban, Scratch is Wake with the dark presence inside him. He wants the clicker. Change of plan.
Well, you have it,
I'll
so
go
maybe...
to the cell.
But wait...
When we're inside,
I hate what they did to the clicker in this. Oh my god. It worked so much better in the original. Again, its connection to Alan. It's just, it brings about the light when he's scared of the dark. It worked so well with him in the first game. I hate what they're doing with the clicker right now. Is how it's, oh, well, it causes art and reality, and oh my god, that's just dumb. I am so torn, though, on this whole Alan is Mr. Scratch, and Mr. Scratch is Alan. Because on the one hand, it's actually kind of a cool twist. Even though I argue it doesn't work in conjunction to Alan Wake American Nightmare, because I believe that was supposed to be canon. So it was supposed to still be... Because who was Mr. Scratch then? Mr. Scratch was it still always just Alan? It just... I don't know. I just do not like this reveal. That they were always the same person. But it is a cool twist for this game. I mean, the idea that they were, when they're speaking in the overlap, they're speaking at different, in different times. I was right about that when I first kind of thought of it. But yeah, I mean, Alan being Mr. Scratch, I'm so torn. In this very moment, I'm sitting here going, I don't like it, because I feel like it flies in the face of the original. But at the same time, I kind of like it as a twist. If it wasn't for how good the first game was, but I guess because Mr. Scratch wasn't really a part of the first game, he was only really introduced in American Nightmare. Which is, I'm not gonna say it's controversial, I guess is the proper way to phrase it. I don't know, man. I'm just, like I said, I am so torn on this twist. It's not awful, it's just, I just don't know how I really feel about it. I guess it's because I just don't like the fact that Alan became the villain, or well, I guess not. He didn't become the villain, really. It's hard to explain. This is also a super weird final boss to me. And yes, this is the final boss. I know, it's like, really, AJ? You've got like another 30 minutes in this video, and then you haven't seen the last video yet, but the last video is like an hour long. Yes, the ending has such a weird pace to it.
The lights are out. I'll get it running. Just be ready. Make us proud! Back up. Anderson, I dropped here. Come on.
I will say I do kind of like these I kind of like these boss fights, even though they're fairly simple.
You're gonna be sorry, Scratch. Teach him a lesson.
He's too fast for me. Shoot him!
That's nice, because I just don't have...
That's Viking blood in you, kiddo. That's no con. Don't let him fool you.
Sorry, I was getting a text message. I know, how dare I get text messages. No, we've been having just a bitch of a time with our pool lately. We are having like a mild algae problem or something. Like it keeps getting like a green tint. We're just, you can stop just repeating that.
Okay, we're back.
So yeah, long and short, I went out this morning to check on the pool, and it's getting getting that green tint again. My parents are out of town. You know, my dad's pet project is always making sure the pool's good. So I'm just like, yeah, can you remind me what to do, just so we can kind of cut it off at the head, so to speak.
Get him where it hurts, kiddo. Teach him a lesson. Back.
You know, I think my biggest problem with this game is just I don't feel the love and the hope and I just don't get that sort of feeling that I got out of the first game. It's how I felt about Control. It's how I felt with this game. It kind of feels like they're just... I always say it's just we're being weird to be weird. It's not coming out of this love of storytelling and this. It's just... there's just something about it I just can't get behind.
Sorry.
Wait. Is it you?
I'm so sorry.
Did it work? Casey?
Casey. Scratch. Let him.
Okay, well, we find out that now Saga's in the dark place, even though it looked like they chucked him not into like the water where you sink into the water, just kind of threw her into the shallow area.
Bright Falls feels a little less bright.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I just do not get it. I do not like what they have done here with the clicker. I hate what they have made that thing. And like, okay, he got the clicker. Why is the world not destroyed? What is he doing? He's a supernatural entity. He doesn't really want anything. And is he... is he still Scratch even though he's not Alan? Because I thought Alan was Scratch. No, Scratch was really just the dark presence inhabiting Scratch. But then the dark presence is Scratch, not Alan. It's just Alan's body. This is the problem, man. Just the dark presence should have been the enemy. And I'm not even saying this is a problem when they're trying to throw in control into everything. I feel like this is just them trying to get too quirky for their own good. Because again, as weird as Alan Wake was, it was very understandable. And I think you miss out on it in this game. It gets too complicated. I don't know. How long did I let this play? I cut out about another 30 seconds of that. It's a good song, but...
Tom, we need to get to our next gig. We're doing this for you and our lovely Saga. You take
Did they call us Tom in the first game? I don't think they did. Like, they were there enough to not call us Tom.
I've been forced to watch.
Pretty sure.
The Dark Presence held all the cards now.
And also, why was Saga not mentioned? Like, if they were her great... I don't know. I guess it wouldn't have been mentioned. They were crazy in the first game. I don't know.
Welcome back, Wake. You are Wake now, right? With the shadow out of you? Some good news, at least.
Well, I'm also wearing a bloody jacket,
Bad
and the
news
blood is not
I
mine.
haven't seen a situation this
So...
fucked since AWE in Eagle River. The shadow's now in Alex, and Anderson is gone. We need to figure out how to salvage this.
I'll do anything it takes to fix this, Agent Estevez. I'm the reason this is all happening.
It's never that simple. But I should have put you in a box and shipped you off to a containment facility the second I laid eyes on you. The only question now is... are you able to fix this?
I can try.
Not the most encouraging answer, but we'll make it work.
Scratch. The Dark Presence inside Casey. It threw Saga into the lake. If she ends up in the Dark Place, she could be there forever. It took me 13 years to get out. They never did.
Threw her
No,
into the
one in
water
Africa, right? Maybe
by
we'll
the
get her out.
strictest
With
of
the
legal
power of
definitions.
rock and roll.
I saw them when I was trapped there.
And how old are Tor and
I'm
Odin?
immediately less optimistic about this.
What's the situation?
I've never seen an entity break a bureau containment unit like that. And now the Dark Presence is occupying Agent Casey? When it attacked him in the woods,
Although I do like how
must
they
have
bring
been
up the fact that,
preparing for
again,
this.
time is non-linear in the Dark Place. So even though they're going in
Scratch
now,
wrote
they
Bright
helped
Falls and
him.
used the clicker to bring about the horrific ending he wrote for Return. But I can still fix this.
How?
Scratch must have the manuscript. If I can read the ending, I can rewrite it. I need to go after him.
Well, you won't get
But
very
what
far
is
without
stopping
me.
him
This
from
plan is a real
just
Hail Mary Wake.
making the end of the story? And what is the end of the story? What is his ending? Like, we've never been told what his goal really is. Other than just to fuck with people.
Look it up.
I needed a car.
This
The
ending
FBI vehicle would be at the
is
parking lot.
so just hit and miss for me. Because again, even into the last video, I am just I'm sitting here going, I hated that. But I'm like, but there are certain things like I'm like, if they would have stuck the landing, it would have worked. But they land flat on their ass. I hate the way they do the ending. Because they ended on a weird question. And not even a good question. Like, you know, where Alan gets his wife out of the dark place in the first game, and then she wakes up on the beach and calls his name, and that's the end. Ooh, it's the question. Well, I mean, it's not even really a question. We know what happened to Alan. He's in the dark place. It's just the question is, well, what next? And again, that was the point of American Nightmare, which is a weird DLC. I kind of liked it.
A gun in one hand, a flashlight in the other. Haunted by my own writing. Alice taken from me. I knew what I had to do. Stop the horror story from coming true. Stop the dark presence.
But why has the dark presence not made the horror story come true now? They've got the clicker. They've got the story. They don't need anything else. Or do they need you? Because the whole point of the because the clicker supposedly only does, no, it doesn't only need Wake, because Saga could use it. So what was the point of needing to get Alan the clicker in the beginning of the game? Although I guess at the same time it was Scratch making them think. But wait, but when Alan was with them just in the hotel, was it Scratch or Alan? Or their twist doesn't make a whole lot of sense now that I'm really sitting here and thinking about it. It's like I said, I mean, but no, it would have been Alan in the hotel. But Alan escaped along with Scratch. So Scratch was essentially inside Alan the whole time, and the brothers were trying to stop him from getting the clicker to bring about the end of the story. Again, Alan Wake 1. Yeah, was weird, but again, I thought the story made a lot more sense. I mean, maybe this is just me having what's the rose-colored glasses of the past, but just totally whiffed that. But I remember that story making way more sense. You know, I love how I love how the model for the ammo box for the pistol is the same between Saga and Alan. Because, you know, which makes no sense because their guns are different guns. Because she's using probably, I mean, what? So she's a federal agent, most likely, and given the shape of the weapon that she's holding a 9mm Glock. With Alan's revolver, I mean, this one looks like a bit of a bigger, beefier caliber, but while he's in the dark place, I mean, it's probably just a 38. Because, I mean, I'm looking at it going, there's no way that's a 44. It doesn't look big enough to be a 44. No, maybe it is. Maybe I'm nuts.
In the dark place, the dark presence.
I'm just gonna run.
When I was pulled back here, crossing over weakened it, made it dormant. I couldn't remember what had happened, but I could feel it, getting stronger, waking up. I thought it was hunting me, closing in. It was inside me the whole time.
Okay.
And then it took over. Turned me into Scratch.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. that clears up what I was trying to figure out earlier, because I was like, wait a minute, but this and then this, and this, wait a minute, wait, when are we Alan and when were we Scratch, or were we Scratch the whole time, or no, he was Alan when he woke up on the beach, but he didn't realize that he had a tag along. Okay. I still stand by. I think the ending is a little too esoteric and weird, but okay, that's a little more straightforward than I thought. Granted, you had to tell me that. Like, you had to just straight up tell me what was going on, but whatever.
I had to get to Bright Falls. See this? I brought Saga Anderson into this story to help me escape. She succeeded. It cost her everything. I'd used Alex Casey in my writing for years. The real Casey had been drawn here because of that. Now he was a victim too. Saga, Casey, Alice, all this horror originates from me. It's my fault. Scratch had to be stopped. I've driven down this road before. Been driving on it forever. If Scratch had brought the Dark Place here, this would take me back inside. In 2010, I dived in, a leap of faith for Alice, with no idea that the cost would be a nightmare worse than death. It had taken me.
And they're gonna do this. Just shameless. Just nostalgia baiting.
I'm gonna make that leap again, this time knowing the cost all too well.
I rolled my eyes so hard when this happened.
Another way to look at it, I had brought the Dark Place here with me. I never had gotten out. Maybe after this I finally could. It was a fool's hope. I had no choice. I had to do it. That didn't make me any less terrified.
I mean, just like I said, that nostalgia baiting of him getting out of the car, flipping on the flashlight with the revolver in one hand, it just, really, come on, do your own thing. And you know, frankly, I think the introduction of Saga as a kind of like a co-protagonist to Alan makes perfect sense, and I think they kind of bitch slap him a little bit too hard in the next game, or the next video, at the very end of the game. Because they kind of...
This is not what I expected.
They use Alan Wake to draw you in, to go, ooh, look at this new character. Okay, but I want to see the conclusion of Alan's story, not you setting up a new story. Just let Alan have some closure. I mean, he has finality, quote unquote, to his story. But back there is where I was kind of wondering if they had the flickering light back there with the woman. And who the hell was the woman? Whatever. Nope. I'm getting too... Again, I know it was the Dark Presence, but the Dark Presence is supposed to inhabit people. So who was she inhabiting? Yeah, I didn't see that. The commercial was going on somewhere. I just didn't... I don't know. I was just kind of at a point where I'm just like, let's just wrap this shit up. Yeah, like I was saying, though, it really frustrates me how they treat Alan in this game. They don't treat him like the hero of his own story because Saga has to be the hero. He's just in towels in the middle of town. You know, which again, they're so focused on saga. Boom, this ending bit where he's like, I'm gonna bring an end to this. Fuck it, let's go. And then at the end of it, Saga fixes everything, kind of.
I could see the round windows of the writers room
But
in the photo.
in a way that
That's where I
makes
go.
me go, you had to
write the
bitch
ending
slap him like
return.
that? Why? It really frustrates me as a fan. And it's not the worst way I've ever seen something like this done. But it is really frustrating.
I had the book now. I could write my ending to return. I had to get to the writer's room to stop this horror story. This was an obsessive,
Am I the only one who thought the writer's room was in the attic of the house on Cauldron Lake?
Final divine work of art. The novel Return come true. It wouldn't stop.
Not the
here.
nursing home?
It would keep spreading.
Why is it at the nursing home? Because Alan never came here. What? No, he was in that psychological
I needed to reach the
institution.
writer's room. Right into
That's where he met
conclusion.
Thor and
Scratch's
Odin in
insecure
the
need for
first
fame,
game,
for
but
praise,
were these the same
drawn from my psyche,
buildings? I didn't think they were.
would bring his sick fantasy crashing
Again,
down.
this frustrates the shit out of me.
I had to find another way inside.
Because again, I mean, if he was going to be in a writer's room, he would be in the room where the typewriter was at the very in the first game. And again, I'm going to keep asking this: if this is supposed to be in the world of Control and all these paranormal objects, what is the Dark Presence? What is it? Because it doesn't come from the clicker. Because the clicker is something separate. What the fuck is the Dark Presence? What's it tied to? What is this other dimension it's created? It's a paranormal phenomenon, but all the paranormal phenomenon or whatever that we've seen have been connected to objects
that?
through Control.
Alice was dead. Was this a
I
trap?
initially thought it was connected.
Or was
If they were
Scratch
going to draw
torturing
any
them?
kind of comparison, it was going to be connected to the typewriter, because that's where Alan wrote his book, and supposedly Thomas Zane wrote his movie. But what? Again, this is where trying to tie this into Control kind of breaks the first game. And even then, I don't think they could have tied it in a much clearer way, i.e. making the typewriter the paranormal object, instead of just having this dark presence that just does whatever the fuck it wants. Why and how? I don't know. And again, that was kind of the problem. One of the problems I had with Control. The rules never felt like they were ever fully established. It felt like, well, it's this way because we say it's this way, and it's going to remain that way until we say it's differently. Like, no, that's not how you write something.
We're safe in the light, Alan. For now. But he's very pushy.
Rose, right? From the diner. How are you here?
I'm here to save you, silly. I got your instructions. I found every hidden message you left for me. In the radio, in the wind, in the forums on my Alan Wake fan site.
What? No, Rose, I haven't been leaving you any messages.
Oh, I get it. Yes, Alan, only a crazy person would think you've been leaving them secret messages. Wink. But now you need to get your butt upstairs, Alan. This shit won't right itself. No matter what.
I also like how she's back in her
Right.
her
Thank you, Rose.
uniform from the diner,
Do what I can.
and she's sitting there talking about
Upstairs.
secret messages
The
and
writer's
wink
room
and
must be in the attic. That's where the windows were.
and Adi. Why do I keep getting called? Whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
I'll come to wash the floor of your room next. All you need is water and Vilena. Water is the oldest bulb. Water finds its way. What water brings, it takes away. It can be clean or dirty. It can keep life or drown it.
Ahti. I didn't expect to see you here, but it makes sense. Can you help me find my way? One last time.
Now there's a devil in the fish trap. Don't be spooked by it so that it won't start beating your underpants. Okay. I'll get the door open for you, Tom.
Is Adi supposed to be Norwegian or Finnish? I can't remember.
The matter is a stake. Now comes the end of the rhyme.
Thank you, Ahti.
Okay, he's Finnish. I'm trying to remember. I want to say that is the...
I only had one chance to get this right.
It's always been weird to me. Like, why, what's with this just random Finnish dude? And I believe it's because the,
Return's ending was an eternal...
the creator of the
defense
game
that would keep
is
spreading.
Finnish.
Given time, Scratch would plunge the world into his nightmare. I had to stop that from happening. I had to write one more chapter for Return. I needed an ending that took everything already in Return and extended it into a conclusion that would save us. Only the perfect ending would work. A perfect ending that would save us all. I was the only one who could write it. Everything depended on this. On me. Any second now, Scratch would burst through that door to stop me. Every plot thread tangled in my brain. It suddenly felt impossible. Something stirred in the room, coming to me. An idea.
So as I was Googling, I just saw something that said that Thomas Zane wrote Alan Wake into existence. And that had to have been added in this game, and I just it flew over my head.
If there is Arrow,
So just like
ultimately
Saga was written in by Alan, Alan was written in by Thomas.
They were
Okay.
dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
not just them. We need to try to save everyone.
The ending will have to be dark no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
Why?
The scales always need to balance.
Who says? Again, this is making up the rules as we go. It's well. Why does the hero have to pay the price? Why can't the hero just valiantly save it? Well, it's a horror book. It doesn't fit the genre. Well, I guess it does.
Myself in a vision before.
Not all horror movies end with a
Saga
downer
and
ending.
both at the center of this story.
This is also again inside the.
Co-author.
This isn't inside the fucking nursing home. This is the room from the top of the house in Cauldron Lake, and that still pisses me
We have
off.
everything we needed. This would not work without the clicker.
So what's the point if you don't have to? I'm so angry. mean, again, it's like I said, you're just missing something. There's pieces of this that I really like, and then there are pieces of it that just really irritate me. And I don't know. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about this game so far. If you're agreeing with me or disagreeing with me, whatever. Because I could probably be convinced into liking what's here. Because I did not dislike this game. I actually very much enjoyed it. But there are just pieces that really irritate me. And I think it's the pieces that I think do damage to the original. But like I said, tell me what you think. Convince me. I want you to convince me to be even more hype about this game than I was. But that's going to about do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Social media's in the description. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. And join me for the final video in Alan Wake 2 next time. But until then, guys, I'm out.